Hi guys, so this video is going to be on Unit 6 conflicts and conflict management. So let's start by defining conflicts. Basically, a conflict is a social connection um, which takes place as a result of different desires, goals, and motives of humans. Right? So a conflict occurs when there are two individuals or two parties when they have different beliefs or goals or necessities or desires that are contradictory to one another. So what we need to understand is conflicts are not always negative. The word conflict is normally associated with a negative idea. So when you say conflicts, what comes to your mind are things such as war and violence and destruction. Now those things are negative conflicts, right? Not every conflict is negative. Some conflicts can be positive. So certain conflicts are negative, certain conflicts are positive. Just like that, certain conflicts are violent, certain conflicts are non-violent. And those two things are not parallel either. Not every positive conflict is non-violent. Not every negative conflict is violent. There can be negative violent conflicts, negative non-violent conflicts, positive violent conflicts, positive non-violent conflicts. Right? So when it comes to tasks of conflicts, there are positive tasks and negative tasks. When you say positive tasks, conflicts are important to assure that the social stagnancy is prevented. The society doesn't stay stagnant because the society changes from time to time, and conflicts help to fight injustice, to fight political autocracies, to assure human rights, to promote social movements. For these things, conflict can be helpful. When it comes to negative tasks, you have war, violence, causing destruction, causing damage to human lives, causing damage to property, preventing economic development of countries, these things. So how do we categorize or classify conflicts? Basically, there are three types of classifications for conflicts. You have simple classification, functional classification, and political classification. Just to break this down, simple classification basically looks at who are the parties of the conflict. Functional classification focuses on the outcome of the conflict. Political classification focuses on from the perspective of the state. Okay, now you all will understand when we break these down into subcategories. First, take a look at the simple classification. Now when you classify conflicts according to the simple classification, you can see that there are four types of conflicts. Now as I said before, we are looking at the parties of the conflict. First, you have inner personal conflicts. Inner, I-N-N-E-R. Inner conflicts, which means inside the person. Those are the conflicts within a solitary person himself, the psychological conflicts a person would go through. Then you have interpersonal conflicts, I-N-T-E-R, interperson conflict. This refers to conflicts between two individuals. Then you have intra-group conflicts. So when you say intra, you refer to inside a group. Intra-group conflict, which means you have a group. Inside the group, you have conflicts. Within a group, members of the group itself, this one group, the members of that one group are having conflicts inside the group. Intra-group conflict. Then you have I-N-T-E-R, inter-group conflicts, which means as a group versus a group. There are more than one groups and the groups are getting into the conflict. So basically the simple classification is that. Then you have functional classification where you look at the outcome. So basically you have constructive conflicts and destructive conflicts. Now this classification is a little similar to another classification given by Carl Deutsch, where he said there are two types of conflicts called creative and destructive. Here in functional classification we divide them as constructive and destructive. Basically constructive conflicts are the positive ones, destructive conflicts are the negative ones. This is the basic idea. Then you have political classification, where I look at it from the perspective of a state. In terms of the concept of state, where do these conflicts fall into? First you have intra-state conflicts. Intra-state conflict, which means that is inside a state. You have one sovereign state, and inside that sovereign state, groups are fighting. Then you have interstates, I-N-T-E-R, inter-state conflicts, which means more than one sovereign state. A state versus another state. That's a basic concept. Then you have state formation conflict, which means it is inside a state, but the motive of the conflict is creating another state. Right? This conflict takes place within two groups inside a sovereign state, one sovereign state, but the motive of one of those parties is to establish a new state. It should be noted that solitary conflict can be categorized in either of these things in different stages. Now, for example, the Hindu-Muslim conflict in India, in the beginning it was an intrastate conflict because you had one country called India, a state called India, and inside India they had a conflict inside the state between two groups, which was later formed into a state formation conflict because the Muslims in northern India wanted a separate state. And then once Pakistan was formed by the Muslims in the northern Indian territory, then it became a conflict between two sovereign states, India versus Pakistan. Even in the Sri Lankan case, Sri Lankan ethnic conflict, it started off as an intrastate conflict. It was merely a conflict between the Tamils and the Sinhalese within Sri Lanka, a sovereign state. Then which was later turned into a state formation conflict because Tamil group started claiming a separate state as Elam, and if they were successful and if they managed to form the state of Elam, we would have been in an interstate conflict, which would be a conflict between two states called Sri Lanka and Elam. So other than this, so this is basically the classification of conflicts. Other than this, it should be noted that Carl Deutsch also came up with his own version of conflict categorization. He categorized them as creative and destructive, which is a little similar to the functional classification.